Well, hello there, Patreon family journeyers. I'm always laughing because I'm trying to figure out a way to do a specific designation for all of you who have joined the Patreon channel, the patrons, the patron journeyers. You know who you are. Shout out to you. Hope you had a great weekend. Today is Monday, May 18th, and I wanted to send you a message. I wanted to give you a heads up about something that I put together with my friend and colleague, Sonja Grace. You may know her name. She's been on the show a couple of times now. Sonja is a well-known mystical healer. She's on Gaia a lot. In fact, she's filming at Gaia as we speak. Flew to Colorado from Arizona and she's doing some filming. Anyway, and I'm anxious to find out how that trip went, the travel and all that during this tenuous time. Here's the deal. I wanted to let you know on Friday, May 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Sonja has agreed to come and do a live session with all of you. That's every tier level. We want all the patrons, journeyers, to join and listen to or watch, actually, a wonderful demonstration that Sonja is going to do with her relatively new oracle deck called Odin in the Nine Realms. Odin in the Nine Realms. I've been trying to figure out, by the way, I've been loving learning a bit about what would be considered traditional tarot as well as using oracle cards. And I think the thought came to me that with everything that's going on and with so many of our lives, and I wouldn't say all of our lives are in turmoil, but we're definitely at a critical juncture in our lives individually and collectively. And where I don't like to rely too heavily on going to others for advice. I really think that this is a time to learn how to ignite your inner oracle, if you will. And the tarot and other forms of divination like this oracle deck and others are essentially tools that allow us to pull out of ourselves what's happening in our lives, including what may be coming down in the future, good, bad, or indifferent. And I thought if I could get Sonja to come on specifically to the Patreon platform and give us a bit of a demonstration on how we can use these cards, and really any oracle, but we'll be working with this deck specifically, excuse me, and how we can learn to pull cards for ourselves to kind of guide us going forward. Or, maybe it's a card to set an intention for the day, where you need to be placing your attention, whatever the case may be. I've been doing this. I've done it a couple of times. I've used other forms of divination as well. In fact, I've got everything right in front of me. So I'll show you this as well. I have been a big fan, I guess you could say, and practitioner of pendulum dowsing, another form of divination. Remember, these are all just tools. They're simply tools that we can use to pull out what I believe is inherently within us. But nonetheless, I digress. Sonja Grace, Friday, May 29th, 3 p.m. Eastern. I would like you all to be there. Now, here's the deal. What I would like to do, certainly if there's no interest in this, I really want to make sure that whatever we're putting as rewards, perks, whatever you want to call them on Patreon are the things that you're interested in having in your lives, whether it be a digital download, after show. We're going to be working on that more, by the way. I want to really hear from you. What is it that you want Higher Journeys and Alexis Brooks to give to you as a supporter of Higher Journeys on Patreon? But I thought you would like this. If you are interested in joining in to watch the demonstration, there'll be a live Q&A directly with Sonja on these cards. Of course, we'll have a link as to where you can get them for yourself. And as a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'll put a link now because you may want to have them on hand when Sonja comes on, when Sonja and I come on, and we can kind of go through them together. I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know what she has up her sleeve, but she's definitely going to be, I know, comprehensive in explaining how these cards work. This is a fabulous 54 card set. And I'm really loving the idea of divination tools. I keep stressing, these are tools. These are not, the insight does not exist in the cards in and of themselves, nor the pendulum. The insight is within. But these are tools that allow us perhaps to bring that insight out in the visible world so we can see, interpret, and then act on the messages that we get. And I do think now more than ever, we are in an extraordinarily potent time when it comes to really procuring our own intuitive and psychic ability. So I thought this would be a wonderful opportunity for us to get a little bit of a lesson. She'll talk about Odin and the 9 realms, show those beautiful cards. I will put a link. I believe you can get it on Amazon. Let me just double check, but if you want to order them in advance. So we've got, what, today is the 18th, about 10 days. So basically 2 weeks from this past Friday. So let's see, how shall we do this? I'm going to figure out a way, because I actually do want to do a sign up. We did a live chat maybe 3 weeks ago and didn't have great participation. So I don't want to bring Sonja in if we're not going to have, even if it's 5 or 10 of us, that would be nice. If it's more, our Patreon is growing. If everybody wants to come in, I think we can do that. We're going to do it on Zoom. I'll also put a link where you can, if you don't have Zoom, you can get it. These days, everybody's using Zoom, right? So that's it. Now, let me just figure out, I tell you what, I think the best thing to do is if you simply leave me a comment below this video. This is going to be just for patrons or patrons to be. Yes, Alexis, I'd like to come. Put your full name if you would, so I can keep a tally. I just want to know how many of you are going to be joining, so we can kind of have a heads up, and I want to let Sonja know as soon as you can. Okay, that's about it. Oh, one more thing. You know what I'm going to start doing? Because I have to tell you, I have just been so incredibly humbled by those of you that have signed up for the Higher Journeys Patreon now more than ever. I know the pocketbook is, for a lot of us is fairly tight. And so for you to come out and join and support Higher Journeys, this really does keep us going. You have no idea. This is my work. This is my livelihood. And I want to continue to bring as much as I can to support you on your journey, forgive the cliche, in whichever way it takes you. So I just want to, again, say a big thanks. And with that, what I'm going to start doing is on my regular Higher Journeys broadcast, I want to start shouting out and thanking you. Just first names. We don't need to get all, lots of details, but I want to acknowledge to the rest of the world and say thank you. So everybody knows that you're on the journey with me. So look out for that next show. And by the way, I might as well give a heads up. Next show, I'm going to do a conscious commentary. I'm actually still wrapping up this very, very complex book project I've been doing. We'll have more on that too. I'll tell you the name of it. It's Phenomena by Rob and Trish McGregor. I call them the dynamic duo of synchronicity. And when their publisher actually awarded me the job of narrating that book, Phenomena, I was so honored, because I got to tell you, they're some seasoned, well-heeled writers, and it shows. And really, they took me to the mat on making sure I got this done right. Not them personally, but I mean, it was just challenging based on their complexity in writing and their brilliance in writing. Really, really tested my skill as a voiceover artist. So I'm kind of gabbing them all over the place, but I want to give you a little bit of an update. So I have been putting off some of my guest episodes. We did one last week with Penny Pierce. This week, I think I'm just going to do a conscious commentary. And then guess who's coming back? If you haven't seen my first interview with Anthony Peak, if you want to go to the YouTube channel and find that interview, it's fantastic. He has had so many requests to come back for a second show, so he will be coming back in a week from Wednesday. So we got a lot going on. But right now, go sign up to join Sonja Grace and myself for this wonderful demonstration of her new Oracle deck, Odin and the 9 Realms, live Q&A. It's going to be great. All right, I'm out. 9.5 minutes. Wow. Okay, guys, I love you. I hope you're well. And thank you again for being a part of the Patreon channel. We will talk to you soon. Comment below if you want to come to my chat with Sonja. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.